And hello, it is another episode of the Big Brothers of Destruction podcast, and it's the Masaku.
It's your boy, Swag Switcher in the building. Bring the mic a
And
little closer.
oh yeah, pretty much do that. Yeah. Pretty please do that. But
Also, you need to give me the little mic. We forgot the last time, but
I yeah, because you like ran out after the show. But for everybody else that's watching, I have a mic stand that I have on my table, and Swag would like one as well. And I had one present, but didn't have it available at the time I was watching
excuse me.
WrestlePalooza and All Out because that was a lot of shit going on that day. But welcome to another episode, guys. Today we definitely want to talk about some of the latest things that's been going on in wrestling as usual. And now we have a new segment where we're gonna just do book, bump, or bury, where we do random wrestlers. What would we do in these situations if we were general managers? But that
Question:
is
Do you have like a random generator thing, or do you just have
yes.
a
Yes. Yes, I do.
and
But for this one, I actually took the Sports Illustrated bullshit that we got, like where Becky Lynch is ranked number one wrestler of all time, female wise and shit. So I took some of those and just randomized it and said, hey, book bumper bear, what would you do?
she's been saying that shit, and I myself haven't actually looked because I don't care. But the fact that so there's other people on that list, like is it what like is the list saying specifically like who they think are the best wrestlers like this year or
No, of all
just
time. Of all time.
of all time?
Like female wrestlers.
Mm.
Like
Oh,
I'm gonna show you the I'll show you the photo. So I'm gonna put it up on the screen for the audience. It says that Becky is above Charlotte Flair, and I want you guys to know that Swag's getting ready to blow a fucking gasket just from the idea of Becky being over Charlotte Flair. But yeah, that is the list right there.
it's not. Let me put it this way: it's not that Becky is above Charlotte Flair. Becky is above Asuka. Becky is above Bianca Belair, my bro. You're not gonna sit here with a straight face and tell me you fuck with this.
Oh no, I don't. I told you I said that shit earlier. It was dumb. It's stupid.
Like,
Like, I mean, we had the conversation about China and where we kind of saw her at and stuff like that. But like, definitely Trish Stratus to me is always going to be at least like it. I feel like Trish is good at three. Trish is definitely good at three. Um,
if Trish is good at 3, Lita should be at 2.
I feel Lita's four for me.
Really?
I feel like Trish and Lita, like, yes, they were great in our era, but I'm definitely putting Oscar at one. Definitely putting Oscar at one.
Asuka
And
at 1 is like just like if I was to fucking scrap this whole thing and redo, right?
that's what I'm doing. I'm redoing it.
Like
Like I'm looking at it. Yeah.
no, like let's see here, because the people who are in the top 5, we can scoot Mercedes out of there. But
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah, absolutely. Get that shit out of here. Sasha Banks though.
listen, yeah, like I'm looking at, and the thing is, because it's really hard for me, because like Bianca Belair versus Asuka is a really really tough one. Is a really really tough one for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I
feeling
actually
like.
don't know how to say which one of those would be first, and I almost feel as if the only reason why Becky Lynch is on this list is because obviously these people only started watching wrestling since I don't know, maybe like after WrestleMania, because it was after WrestleMania Bianca Belair has been missing ever since.
Mhm.
Because none as and the same thing for Asuka. Asuka has not been in the ring wrestling a whole lot. She's been wrestling more now, but she has been in the ring wrestling a whole lot since WrestleMania as well. So, because of those particular factors, I can see why this list looks the way that it is. I can see why Mercedes is in the number 5 slot when she's clearly a number 8 at best. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
so you gonna pause on Alondra Blaze and not say shit about that yet? Like you, cause like,
So, here's uh, we're getting to Alondra Blaze, okay? Because though I myself did not see a whole lot of Alondra Blaze,
I saw two of her matches.
Alondra Blaze did know how to wrestle. She was
She
a
did.
legitimate women's wrestler.
She did.
And so it's like, and wrestlers in history. Like, if I, for me, Oscar and Bianca, in no particular order, is in first place and second place. Okay.
You said
Then
Oscar and them are
that
not. You said Oscar and who?
I said Oscar and Bianca, in no particular order, is in first place and second place.
I
Okay.
second that. That's strong
They
handshake.
just
Strong
they just
handshake.
share that. Okay. And
Strong.
then after that, oh yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, yeah,
We
yeah,
can
yeah, yeah,
shake
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah.
that. But then
Straight,
after
straight.
that, we keep Trish and Lita, but I would flip them
Mm,
around. And
yeah.
then
There's
after
a
you
difference between
flipped
the two.
Trish and Lita, after you flip them, that's when we put Charlotte. That's when we put Bailey. That's when we put Alondra Blaze. Then we'll put Becky Lynch.
Okay.
And if we were talking about Sasha Banks, I probably would have put Sasha in front of Becky Lynch. Sasha Banks. But currently, I can't put Mercedes Monet in front of Becky Lynch.
But
I
you put her
can't
in
do
front of
it.
China?
So and the reason why I would put them in front of China is because China was not a great women's wrestler. Okay.
I
She
guess,
was a
yeah.
great character, and she was a very important physical specimen in body for women in wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But specifically her in-ring ability, she does not beat these women on this list.
Okay. If we're going off of
Sh-
actual like boom bam, doing the bumps, doing this and that. Okay.
Like, and the only reason why like China and Alundra Blaze are so much lower on the list is not because that not any they're not good, but it's like the the women who I said before them are just so much better skilled and better wrestlers overall, in my opinion, than what they are. And not even saying that like from a super long shot, because Alundra Blaze, like she was a legit badass in the ring, kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I
But
watched the
I
match I watched of her was her against Bull, and that was the oh snap. Okay.
but even with that particular bit, I still feel that a lot of these girls now,
Mm-hmm.
athletically, style and look, freaking what they all the things that they have shown and they have to offer as far as strength and their just the way that they do things in the ring and how good they are, they're just bred different than what Alondra Blaze came up with.
Yeah.
Like, Alondra Blaze probably has dreams of being able to have wrestled women like this because it would have made her even better. But because she did not have girls like Charlotte,
Oscar. Okay.
Trish, Asuka, because she did not have girls like them to make her a better wrestler, she is as good as what she could be,
Well, I
kind
mean,
of thing.
again, when you're looking from a WWE standpoint and where the limited amount of reach that they had in WWE, yes, because there definitely were amazing women, especially in Japan, in fucking Joshi wrestling. Like watching some of their matches back in the 80s and stuff like that, those women were going the fuck in. So if you seeing her over there wrestling them or them coming to America, which Bull got the chance to do, seeing Alondra versus Dump Truck, oh god, that'd have been a fucking train wreck, but a good one. Okay, technically it's a barn burner, but yes. Either way, looking at this photo, guys, I definitely want to get you guys' opinion as well in the comments. Looking at this photo from 1 to 10, where would you guys rank these women? And do you feel like this is justified? Or in the current list, do you feel like it's justified? Are you with the current list? Me and Swag can definitely agree on certain things, but for majority of the list that he gave, besides the Trish and Lita part, I can respect it. I can respect it. And I really feel like the Trish and Lita part was just the taste that we were moving. Also, your phone is going the fuck off.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I don't like who's talking to me right now.
People. So that's normally what happens when you have a phone. But uh again, guys, give us your comments, give us your opinions on the list as well in the comment section. So uh let's go into the wild week of wrestling. Honestly, it's not even wild, it was fucking Snoresville. What the last couple of weeks, as we've been talking about, it's literally the Shaq emoji. We gotta come up with a better name for this shit. But like honestly, guys, when we're talking about wrestling throughout the week, we'll simply just send a message if one had watched Raw before the other one and be like, yo, bro, Raw was Shaq emoji. Just sleep. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the sad part about it was SmackDown came to our city. It was in Orlando. We could have went to the show. And one of the things that we as wrestling fans are dealing with currently is the fucking ticket sales. Like Swag's brother, his sister-in-law, both went to watch SmackDown. And yeah, his sister-in-law posted, I'm here for the snacks. Ain't no fucking way he's spending this much money on some stuff. I know she was joking, but it's like, ain't no fucking way, bro. With how these tickets are right now, you better be getting a goddamn show. Okay. Swag, what's your opinion on these fucking ticket sales right now, man? Like,
Brother, my brother in Christ. I
mhm.
do. Was it the last time when we was talking? I think we was talking about WrestlePalooza and how I was talking about how you know for the price of WrestleMania tickets, you could celebrate WrestleMania on even more grander stage without actually being there.
Yes.
I'm pretty certain that was last. So to reiterate for everybody, and I'm sure everyone has at this point seen it now. Earlier
Mhm.
this week, WrestleMania tickets went on sale. There's been TikToks about it. There has been some very extensive conversations about it. There are for 2 days, for 2 days, there are tickets. I think the most expensive tickets for 2 days, it was 32 plus stacks.
32,000 for people. 32,000.
32,000 plus. It wasn't just 32. I just don't remember the exact number off the top of my head. Actually, hold on. You know what? Fuck it. Let me give you that exact number. Let me pull it up because it was in the wrestling chat.
I mean, yeah, if you want to pop it on the in the chat, that way I could put it on the screen for everybody else to see.
I'll make sure I actually do that because I have it in the palm of my hand as opposed to on the actual computer screen. But so actually, It was a little. Well, it is. It's still plus. So the seats that he was showing here, and this is just to sit there. This doesn't include anything else. So we haven't talked about travel. We
Yeah.
have not talked about housing, room and board,
Yep.
hotel,
Yep.
Airbnb, whatever you're doing. We
Yep.
haven't talked about transportation, Uber,
What?
renting a car.
What?
We haven't talked about literally feeding ourselves.
What?
In Las Vegas, by the way.
What?
Okay? Stop it. Stop it. Stop. No.
Okay, you prefer me to do yeah? I can do yeah.
I would actually prefer you just sit there and just chill for a minute. Let me spit this foolishness real quick. And I'll give you back the floor
All right,
afterward.
all right, all right. I
But
got you. I got you.
but goddamn, $32,083.
Once in a lifetime.
And I don't know if that actually includes, and this is just the ticket. I'm pretty certain there's still the vendor's fee because this wasn't at checkout. This was just when you go on the page and you click on the seat that you want. This seat costs us that much for 2 nights, not including the parking, not including the vendor's fee for buying it online, and then the convenience fee, because I know that's a fee. And then, of course, we got to pay Uncle Sam. So there's also taxes that still need to be included in this. And so $32,000 pretty much, essentially. If you round it up, 32,100. Actually, you might as well round it up because you still got, like I say, you still got to add those taxes and shit. $32,100, bro.
It goes
That's a
into the
car.
wrestling gear. It goes into
That's
the gear.
the gear. $32,100, bro. As somebody who has friends who are in the indie scene right now, gear does not cost that goddamn much money.
WrestleMania.
As somebody who lives in America and have been inside of a fireworks booth, fireworks does not cost that much money. $32,000 for whoever is the wrestler that is going to be fighting on that night. $32,000 pays for everything that they have to worry about for that day, I'm sure. And then some.
Mm.
I am
So,
pretty sure $32,000 at well, because I know they do pay John Cena a good bit of money, but $32,000, and that's just for one person, by the way, one person, 2 nights. Like
how you put
crazy,
in there? But yeah, no. I mean, take in consideration that's somebody's yearly salary. In like, if you think about both tickets, like that's someone's
bro.
yearly salary. Yeah.
That
What?
yes, that is so is your listen. Let me put it this way: that's not my yearly salary. Okay, I don't make $32,000 in 1 year.
Not 32
I
thousand.
don't.
Oh well.
No,
Okay.
I don't. Listen, we struggling out here.
Okay.
Okay, it is what it is. I don't.
We might have to
So
look
who?
into that. But yeah.
But like for this 32, I literally make like a couple thousand under that. But like
Yeah.
$32,000. My last car when I bought it brand new didn't cost $32,000, bro. My current car that I bought used does not cost $30,000.
Mm.
I don't think I've ever physically seen 32. I take that back. I see these tickets here. So there's that. I've officially seen $32,000.
I'm dead. I'm freaking dead. You seen it. Okay.
Bro, if I was to go back into that spill that I was giving about what I could buy with $32,000, bro, for $32,000, I could probably rent a really nice mansion for 2 nights, Airbnb, invite all of my friends and your friends, buy a big screen TV, buy the food. You can cook it because you're good at cooking.
Okay.
And hell, I could buy the food, make you cook it, and probably pay you to cook it. And still have money left over as we all enjoy the food that you cooked and you got paid for to do as we watch WrestleMania in 8K on a fucking 85, 95-inch big screen TV. And I still have a whole lot of money left over because I know all of that I just said would not cost $32,000.
Could you imagine somebody using it as a rap bar to be like, "Yo, I got so much money, bitch, I'm spending it on WrestleMania ticket."
You might listen.
That's how much money I got, bro.
I'm trying to figure out how to work that into a line right
I'm about
now.
to think about that, honestly. He's like, "Bitch, you know I got money. I got WrestleMania tickets. Bitch, you know I got money." You know what I'm saying? Just
Listen,
something
we
like that, bro.
out here on some I make WrestleMania money, dog. Fucking I make front row WrestleMania ticket money, dog. Like
Shit, that's how much my shows cost. So shit like that. My shows cost front row seats at WrestleMania.
you say you're getting paid, but are you getting front row WrestleMania tickets paid, bro? I didn't think so.
I don't think so either, buddy.
But on a
But
smaller scale, talking about how the SmackDown was here, Raw's going to be here in December in Florida, in the Orlando area. I looked up the tickets because I got an email. It was like, "Hey, we're coming into your city," and I'm like, "Cool, cool. Let me see what they look like." To touch the back of the building, the
nosebleed.
highest wall of the Kia Center, to be able to put my hand on it and have a seat that's sitting right in front of it is $107. For those who live in Florida have been in the Kia Center, I'm talking about section 210 at the tippy top.
This man knows the section, bro.
I do. That's that's the section that you buy when you're like, you know, I'm in Orlando. Wrestling's here. Fuck it, I'll drop $30.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember when AJ Styles was here when it was the Amway Center, by the way. And I was there for when AJ came at the Royal Rumble. I remember watching that from like almost nosebleeds and then seeing that Titantron and everything. So special moments, special memories, but can't stand for this.
Listen, it is ridiculous. $107. I have tickets in my closet right now from when I went to go watch wrestling in the past, where I was sitting lower bowl, like 2 seats from floor seats. 2 seats from floor seats used to be like $130. Or at least you could get them at $130 at certain times. Sometimes if you go there, before if you go there as the show is starting and they had some leftover tickets, you could get them for in double digit numbers as opposed to triple digit instead of triple digits. Bro, the inflation is real. I was telling my girlfriend the fact that like it's crazy how the people who made wrestling become as popular as it is, aka the lower middle class people, because the lower middle class people are the only people who actually care about wrestling. They no longer can go to the wrestling shows anymore. They can't go. There's no way they can go. There is no way I can take me, my son, and his mom to go watch wrestling.
You know, and a lot of people had a lot of gripe about it because, like, the Vince McMahon era, he understood that with the tickets, you're supposed to cater it to families, and those are the people that are coming and doing things. But like, we all know that TKO and them wanting to see, hey, the UFC makes people pay so much money. We're not maximizing the best dollar to get these tickets out here for people to come. But then you have moments where, like, you as a wrestling fan, you can't take your own son to watch wrestling unless it's indie promotions. You can't take him to watch the shit you're currently watching nowadays. It's impossible. And speaking of which, there's that one show in Deltona that I'm definitely gonna peep soon. So I don't know if you want to come out there, but that card looks pretty cool. And there's another card I saw that has uh Patrick Clark on there, and I was like, they got him with the Velveteen Dream steel shot, and I'm like, man, y'all can't do that. y'all can't do that. But your best bet as a wrestling fan, if you grew up watching wrestling, especially us 90s babies, you can't really enjoy the product now live. I don't even think I even, because of these recent ticket stuff, like going to NXT will be lit again because it's very tight knit, you know. But to go to a WWE show live,
Mm-hmm.
it just wouldn't hit the same.
Well, there's a reason why going to a WWE show live wouldn't hit the same, is because WWE shows are garbage. And I think that's a great, and this is a great segue to get into how garbage they are. Because goddamn. So let me, now I will say, I had high hopes. I had high hopes for going into this week of
Hopes.
wrestling. And the reason why is because of the plethora of crazy news that has come out this week. Uh, ESPN said exactly what we said, that WrestlePalooza was not great.
It was dog war.
Granted, these people were a little bit nicer than what we were, because where we said that we gave it a D rank, they gave it a C.
I think they had no. I think they were like, bro, we just signed this contract with them. I mean, it was definitely not an A, and it's cool. They have the same ranking system as us. You know, it's cool. But maybe they probably saw the pod and was like, man, these guys didn't rank it right or some shit. But we got to kind of rank it because we partner with them. But we got to give them a C.
See, the thing is, though, because I don't have the specific verbiage in front of me right now, but I do remember the fact that they like, so pretty much their gripes that they had were pretty much the same ones that we had, but
Mm-hmm.
they were, for all intents and purposes, they were just nicer than what we were with what we said, because I think we judged it a lot harder than what they,
They're a casual wrestling fan.
with the way that they judged it, you could almost say that, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, but their reasons why they judged it were exactly the same reasons why we judged it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were all like, yeah, the Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes match was just kind of John Cena got squashed by Brock Lesnar. Who cares about that? And the women's match, the for the heavyweight title, Stephanie and Io, they stole the show and they made that pay per view worth the $30 that people had to spend for it.
Or
Fuck that.
or 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 we we do what we do. You know what I'm saying? We put our eye patches on. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
We walking around, you know,
I
the
mean,
ship. We pirated, you
Listen,
know what I'm saying?
well, I mean, Stephanie McMahon literally told us just get the VPN and get it at the discount by using her name. You can just watch it on Netflix.
Look, man, you
As
see,
a matter of fact,
keep my eye patch on deck. You know what I'm saying? It's ready.
I actually watched the last. Even though I still have Peacock, I got on my VPN and I watched the pay per view live. Well, I didn't watch it live because I was busy Saturday, but like I watched the NXT pay per. But
I saw the ending, by the way, and a lot of people are really pissed about that ending. Like, not in the fact that he won, but like how he won.
yeah, it was a little it was weak.
Yeah, it was like,
It was
so a
very.
DDT defeated the Emperor, the Destroyer.
We've seen this man fight two dudes at the same time on like three or four different occasions, and he beat both of the people. But fucking Mr. Starks comes up here and DDTs him three times, and that did it. But hey, maybe he hit him on his head hard enough. You know what I'm saying?
He hit them right in that dread knot. You know what I'm saying? You know how when you hit your dreads down and you hit that. I don't know. Matter of fact, when you got braids, you know how you press down something and the braid hurt. I don't know. Maybe something like that happened.
However, it may be, Oba's no longer the ruler.
Yeah.
And
But
it's
they just, a lot of people in the comment section was like, "Oh, he's going main roster bound," which I don't know how I would want to see that right now. Like, with the current roster, like, who would you get him
listen,
against?
everybody who is in NXT at this very moment needs to stay there until next WrestleMania.
Yeah,
We
or like
don't
just
need
like,
no movement needs to happen until after next WrestleMania, because for all intents and purposes, the main roster is booked. It would appear to be booked solid, as in everything is currently spoken for, and there's no room for new faces. All
yes,
right. Because in no way, shape, or form is this roster being booked solid
or at all.
or at all. Soft, fucking gel, freaking it. There, it's not. It ain't great.
Hoodoo.
Like I will say, for me, I think you had a different feeling, but like I actually thought after this whole them saying WrestlePalooza was a C when it was really a D, maybe a D plus at best, as far as a grading would go. But like after they got that whole situation, freaking Raw showed up and Raw was all like, all right, well, we're going to give you a real Raw after pay per view. And maybe I have been subjected to shitty wrestling for so long that when I get lukewarm wrestling, it feels high.
Yeah, no, because like Raw to me has been literally reruns. It's like the equivalent of, yo, and this is not to knock Baby Boy at all, but like anybody that knows, when you were growing up, Baby Boy was on BET like every day. It'd be like Baby Boy, which with Baby Boy later on at 8 p.m. and then Baby Boy tomorrow at 5. Like it's that often you would see the same shit. So that's kind of how Raw's been feeling, where it's like it's the same shit. I don't know how many times I brought it up to you. I don't know how many times I've seen Io Sky run down the ring the same fucking way, which funny enough, it looks just like how the No Mercy animations are whenever it's like somebody comes out of the ring and it hit the ropes. He runs down the
So
same way.
the fact that that was what you complained about kind of surprised me,
Well, that's not
because
the only thing I complained about. It was just like it's the repetitiveness of how it's like to me, it felt like it's not going anywhere right now. Like we know there's tension going on in that
Well,
situation. And
see,
finally,
that's the thing. I feel that specifically talking about the whole EO Sky situation,
hmm
I feel as if that's the only thing that's actually been interesting. I feel as
mm,
if that's been moving along quite smoothly. Like compared to everything else happening on Raw,
hmm
like what you're saying is going on is what I expect you to say about the Vision. The whole Vision
oh
stuff
yeah, I
has
didn't
been
stop. I didn't finish. But you go ahead.
it's like the Vision stuff. Now that's the stuff that's just been like on repeat.
Mm,
The formula of the show has absolutely been on repeat. Show starts off, you get Vision shit. Vision shit turns into what the main event's going to be that night, and the main event is Vision shit. And
is
then
always the following two wrestlers are always involved: a Braun and a Jey Uso.
you could actually just say an Uso, but
Yeah, it's a Braun and a Uso in some way, shape, or form.
Braun, Uso, Knight, and Punk. That's kind of sort of the versus division.
hmm
And for the last 8 months, I'm sorry, not eight, the last like 2.5, almost 3 months, I'm pretty certain I'm almost positive we have gotten every single possible combination we could ask for with all of those people. I think Jay has fought every single person of the Vision at least once by himself. And then he has now almost fought every single person of the Vision at least once in a tag team match. And then he is almost there where he has fought every single person in the Vision at least once in a tag team match with his brother. And I do believe he has faced every single person in the Vision in a tag team match with LA Knight.
Yeah,
But now that we've gotten the other Uso involved, now that Us is working on his fighting every single person in the Vision at least once. And he is simultaneously getting his fighting every single person in the Vision at least once in a tag team match with his brother and with LA Knight.
LA
And
Knight's
that is the
already on that
common.
same with Jey Uso body, right? He already did that too.
Oh yeah, no, like LA Knight, he's maxed out now.
Yeah.
He has fought every single person in the Vision at least once, and he's fought every single person in the Vision with Jay and or the brother, but the Usos. He has fought everyone in the team, everyone in Vision with the Usos at least once.
Yeah.
CM Punk has slightly done the same. And of course, with our every once in a while, Roman's here, Roman's gone. Roman's here, Roman's gone. Needless to say,
He's literally Akuma.
but
He's
it's
curious.
like, yeah, let me tell you.
Inside joke. That's a little bit of an inside joke for everybody else.
But but it's like that that not just has been, it just is extremely repetitive and it's become extremely stale. Now, the EO Sky stuff, I don't think that's been repetitive. I think it's been of a necessary amount because she's only ran out there like
3 times.
twice.
3 times. The third time was they finally, I guess technically Oscar turned heel, but I'm like, but Oscar does heel shit normally. But okay.
No, no, no.
Uh
See where you're misunderstanding. Asuka has not been she has not turned heel. She's been acting heelish,
yeah.
but she has now full on turned heel.
Yeah.
Okay. And even then, like leading up to this, up until like the more like within like the last month, like there's been like they've been like little signs like, oh, okay, I see you doing it. Like this has been a night out of everything that has been happening in WWE main roster. Okay, the Io Sky and Ibuki Warrior story has been the most paced and actual gradual progression of a story out of everything that's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
Now you said she came out there 3 times. She did there was the time that happened tonight where Asuka attacked her.
Yeah.
I know prior she came out there to help Rhea one time. What was the other one?
The third one was they finally turned on her. So what I'm saying,
No, no,
what I
no.
was saying,
There was tonight when she turned on her, and then
yeah,
the previous time she came running out there was because she helped out Rhea. But what was the third one?
Well, the third time was when Oscar was going against, I believe, was it Rhea or something like that, and she was trying to be like, "Yo, wait, that was that the heel turn when she was trying to save her?"
Yes, that was the heel
Okay,
turn.
okay. For some reason, I felt like that was a third one, so that might have been. I don't know. It might have been.
Now, unless you're
mistake by someone
just
else.
now, maybe you just don't like this storyline because
No,
backstage,
no. I love what Oscar and Kyrie saying is doing. That shit's funny. Like, and the fact that during the turn, it's like Kyrie, you could see Kyrie doesn't want to do it, but it's like, but it's Oscar. That's the homie. I gotta do the elbow drop. So I like that. It was just what I was telling you when I said the repetitiveness behind it. It's because like how something's about to happen, and it's like, okay, it's coming, boom, right? And pointing out specifically that because it's the first thing that came to my mind. The vision shit, like that's how you get in routine and you're like, okay, I know this shit's gonna happen, right? And you're correct. The only thing that was significant about Raw was that storyline. And that's the only thing that came to my mind immediately because everything else is the same. So that's why I was saying that it's starting to get repetitive. I noticed that. And I'm like, what's going on? Because everything else is normal shit. That's the shit they've been doing every week. Uso versus LeBron. Fucking, well, Judgment Day hasn't really been doing shit because the titles haven't really get defended. Uh, we haven't gotten the Americano shit in a minute. Which what happened to that? Like, what the fuck happened to that? I think it's because still Chad is injured, but they're just like, you're shelving it till he gets back, or you're not just like gonna expand on that, like the whole Americano universe.
so you didn't watch Raw, is what you're telling me.
Oh no, I watched it. I watched it, but I'm just talking about in general, like things that were going on at one point that are just like,
bro, on Raw, we got the full introductions of the 3 Grandes. What
okay,
are
I
you
didn't see that
talking
part.
about?
I didn't see that
What?
part then. I missed that
Bro,
segment.
you really was sleeping then. You really was sleeping.
Nah, I missed that segment.
Nice. Listen, if I get it. I understand if you was sleeping. It's like, because in my mind, like so these things you're saying, I'm like starting to get repetitive. 3 times, nigga. Are we watching the same show? Like,
but to put a like emphasis on it, Raw was definitely it'd be in a situation if you're doing the Shaq emoji where we full on went to sleep for SmackDown. It's the like like you got that little little wake up moment or some shit like that.
like Raw, and that's the thing, because like I thought this was actually going to be a great week for wrestling because Raw, to me, came off with a bang. We got Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. And even though the idea of having the champion versus champion for a fake championship title in a ring. Like, though that's some very AEW type shit to be doing, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for this, which AEW, y'all should take notes, they actually kind of made me want to care about it
Mm-hmm.
because we have Seth Rollins here who just lost this match, and now he's looking at Cody Rhodes and he's like, his gear has switched because now he's
Mm-hmm.
looking at Cody, who is a champion again, just like how he is, just got his title back. But he's looking at Cody Rhodes and he's all like, I know I'm the Vision, but Cody Rhodes makes me feel like I'm not it, and I know I should be it. And so like so Seth, so now we got Seth kind of going through this whole mental thing of like, nah, I know I'm better than this motherfucker. I know I'm better, but am I? Type situation. While Becky Lynch is freaking that that
Nothing
whole
about Becky Lynch.
segment, Becky Lynch out here just like going off, just sounding like the annoying nagging girl in the background, while Seth is just sitting there in his thinking pose, just all like, I gotta make sure I gotta beat Cody's ass. I gotta beat him. And she's always like, I feel so disrespected. We need to figure out how to fix this stuff because da da da. She's like walking back. I thought that was great.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn, Stephanie comes out there as beautiful as she is, in her adorable accent, in slightly broken English. Like, love her to bits. She's great. Can't wait to see what they're going to do with her next. Because
Mm-hmm.
though I did not expect her to win, I am very glad that she won.
Okay.
But now it's like, my issue that I had about her winning is the fact that, all right, so what are we gonna do about this story situation though? Because like, y'all didn't have her on TV like in like 3 months. Y'all had her on TV like two times.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, what are we doing? Because y'all don't put this belt on a girl who, unless you watch NXT, which there is a greater population of people who don't watch NXT who watch
Ah.
Raw and SmackDown. They're looking at this new girl. As far as someone who does not watch NXT, this new random chick shows up and she just wins the belt. That's the visual that most people have right now.
Yeah.
This girl who we don't know, who doesn't speak great English, who has this move called the Devil's Kiss, just won the title.
Well,
What are y'all feeding us right now?
what about this? Like, do you feel the same situation when it came to Paige? Because we didn't see Paige, and then they gave her the belt, and then like they kind of ran with it. So, is it? I mean, I'm not justifying it, but like, do you kind of feel the same way when that happened?
So I can't say that I did because I watch NXT type thing.
But yeah, but
And
there were people
so
that didn't watch it. So then, but yeah,
so that's why, so it's like there,
yeah.
which going off of that though, it is the exact same thing. It's the reason why a lot of NXT people, when they come up, they die. That's why Bo Dallas, he was the shit in NXT. And he came to the main roster, and all he did was Bo leave. And that was it. He's found his niche for the time being, but still, you know, that's like, and so with Stephanie right now, I hope she gets the Paige treatment. That would be great. That's what we need to have. Because Stephanie, she is a main eventer, and they need to push her and promote her as such. They haven't been, but she didn't have the title then. She has the title now, so I should be seeing Stephanie as much as I see Rhea Ripley. Because even though Rhea Ripley has not been in the ring wrestling, for the last 3 months all the time. She damn sure gets her TV time,
Mm-hmm.
and she doesn't have a title. But she wasn't the number one contender. But here Stephanie Valkyrie is, number one contender. Only makes 2 TV appearances in 3 months. Make it make sense? You
Make
can't
it make sense.
because they're
Okay.
not going to. But so going off of
Raw and SmackDown, we haven't got a chance to talk about AEW, which I'm definitely curious in your opinion on AEW.
oh, listen, we haven't even really I mean, we slightly touched SmackDown. There's so much more to SmackDown than the little teeny bit that we said. And when I say there's more to it, like not good, just there's just more shit.
I mean, yeah, we still got to talk about that botch, but I was just saying, like, knowing that we're basically taking a big dump on what happened in WWE this week, I'm gonna be curious on what your thoughts for AEW are. But continue on with the
So
segments you're talking
AEW
about. No, no,
Dynamite,
are
all
we not
right.
going to talk about SmackDown, like the whole botch situation?
Oh, so if you want to just talk fully about Raw or fully about WWE and then just do AEW all in its
Yeah,
own,
yeah.
sure, we could do it that way. So SmackDown was garbage. 3 matches.
The juice in the garbage can. By the way, that's what it was. Not the garbage, the juice in it.
There were 3 matches. We start off with
Oh,
having Vision in my SmackDown, and they're dealing with Cody Rhodes. I did not care about this so much that I don't even know why Vision was there and what they had to do with Cody Rhodes. Oh, that's right. Because Cody Rhodes is fighting. Okay, I
Steph.
had to
Yeah,
I had to
yeah,
catch up for a moment.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
but I still don't know what all was said, but I just know the fact that Cody did make some things about Brock Lesnar, saying the fact that, oh, I see your buddy with Brock Lesnar again. Are you gonna jump ship and all this other stuff? Which then led to the Bronze coming out there and they fought, and that was it. You don't see Cody again for the rest of the night or the Vision. So that happens. And so, like, after that, it's like no name tag match. I didn't see it. I actually don't even know who won. Um, the U.S. title match was fun. That was great. But
People were
like,
talking. I watched WrestleMania, and WrestleMania feels like obviously since they're not growing mention and BFAB, like the old Julia is beating them. It's just like people are not really caring about the matches because it's like you're not making me a mention and BFAB credible in these situations.
no,
So yeah, Julia basically is just the equivalent of almost beating a jobber, almost.
yes. Listen, BFAB and Michin, though they get the screen time, they have not been billed as credible figures to the title. Therefore, no one cares about them going against the title. And it's like Julia was on fire in NXT, and she's gotten here and she is ice cold.
Literally.
And then they give her this extra person that to join up with her, and it's a bunch of nothing. It's a whole lot of nothing.
Which I'm kind of
No one
sad because I
cares.
was enjoying the idea of Roxanne and Julia when they first got there.
Oh, who?
You don't remember Roxanne and Julia were tag teaming for a while when they first came to the main roster?
Oh yeah, when they first showed up, yeah. Now
Yeah,
that would have been a great thing for them to keep on doing because I thought
yeah.
they was too bad. They was too bad
They
girls. You know what I'm saying? But
and they sound damn
but
near the same height, so it was like short twin fury. You know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. But
exactly. Listen, all Julia is proving is the fact of, yes, there's a reason why she lost the NXT title to Stephanie from the jump. Stephanie's just better. That it is what it is. That's what we're doing.
you know what? You know what? I don't think it's. I don't want to say it's that she's better because Julia can go. I think it's really the booking. It's really the booking.
Oh no, it's 100% the booking. I'm just
okay.
being facetious.
Okay, okay, okay,
I'm
okay,
being
okay, okay, okay.
1,000%
I
facetious,
was
bro.
like, my nigga,
I,
like, I mean,
I
that's like
am
almost the equivalent of saying the Booker is like, but Stephanie's hotter, like, because you know how strongly they book Rhea Ripley because she's hot to everybody. Like, granted, yes, she's a great wrestler, but let's be honest, you're putting her on the screen because everybody in your audience, minus the children, want to fuck her. Okay, all the adults want to fuck her. All the adults. Okay, so you put her on the screen because whenever they hear "This is my brutality," they are like, "Yo, it's Rhea! Oh my god, she's hot." And for the normal wrestling fan, yes, we'll say that, but it's like also we enjoy her as a wrestler
but she is hot.
very much, and I think she's aware of that. The entire world, minus those, would fuck her, and no, but now,
Yeah, no, like
yeah,
done
but
deal.
then,
Yeah,
but now you look at Stephanie Valkyrie, and everybody wants to receive the devil's kiss. Everybody wants to receive that.
I'd prefer the chocolate kisses, but I mean, make do it, what you get, right?
That's wild. Knowing your kryptonite, sir. Knowing your kryptonite, and you said the chocolate kisses instead. That's interesting, right there.
Like,
I mean, queen,
so
the queen, she is just as good. But just knowing you and your history, I'm like, okay, your kryptonite. Not know to the kryptonite. That's crazy.
oh wait, let me correct, because now that I see what you're going at, no.
Yeah.
I what I mean by that is I would rather her give me chocolate kisses, but I will make do with what I get. Okay.
Um.
That
Okay. Okay. Okay.
now,
Okay.
sure, Queen Aminata, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
However, Stephanie Valkyrie, chocolate kisses?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, that's your kryptonite. Man. That's your kryptonite. Mm-mm.
Listen, she can devil's kiss with the chocolate kiss. But anyway,
The rest of SmackDown,
that's but anyway, that's not the match that we got on SmackDown. Instead, we
uh,
got the women's match.
which that I'm like, as much as I've been about Tiffy time, I understand now it is time for her to not have the title. Like, I know it is time for her to move on and allow somebody else to have the belt. But the issue I'm having is on the SmackDown women roster. Who deserves it right now? Naomi deserved it, but she's not here.
She wasn't on the SmackDown
Oh, she
women's
was on Raw.
roster
She was on
either.
Raw. You on Raw. She was on Raw.
And for all intents and purposes, she had the belt. So
Yes, but I completely forgot which area. But anyway, SmackDown wise, I don't know who could fill the shoes now that would be champion. Because at first we thought it was gonna be Jade. We thought they were gonna finally pull the trigger on Jade. And now, in two scenarios, when we think, okay, Jade's probably gonna win. Jade's probably gonna win. Naomi's here. Definitely Jade's gonna win. Oh no, in every scenario? Wow.
bro,
So what the fuck are we doing here?
there was no scenario where Jade was winning anything, bro. Let's be real.
You didn't think at SummerSlam they were gonna pull the trigger?
No,
Damn.
I, I,
Okay.
I did not. I did
Okay.
not
Okay.
think they was going to put. I will say there. I did not think they were going to pull the trigger, but there was room for reasonable doubt. I will say that. But I will also say, with how things was leading up until then, like there were other things that I figured would have happened to have kept her from winning. But instead we got her losing clean. Now that I never would have been able to have guessed to happen.
And it happened twice technically, right?
No. she has only beaten her clean one time, and that was at the pay-per-view. The next time that they fight each other, it was a double count out
Oh
outside
yeah,
of the ring.
because of Nia Jax. You're right, and that's
No,
where
no,
Nia
no.
Jax got.
Nia Jax came in after the double count out. So Nia Jax didn't actually cost anybody nothing. It was Jade picked up old girl, put her through the barricade, referee counted the 10, referee rung the bell, and in the middle of her announcing, both combatants were counted out. Therefore, this match ends in a draw. Nia Jax shows. And then that leads us to where we're at now. Nia Jax and Jade and Tiffy, which I feel bad for Tiffy because like it's like Tiffy, it's like she does for some reason SmackDown just does not have women in the main event scene. The two women who could be in the main event scene are in a tag team with each other.
Literally.
And so, and they have the tag team titles.
Literally.
Therefore, all that's distracted. So it's like Tiffy, she's just kind of stuck in this Nia Jade vortex with no other females to fight.
They had an opportunity. I heard that she's trying to, do a match with Nikki Bella at WrestleMania.
Who?
Tiff. I did that.
Okay.
Tiff apparently said it in a podcast or whatever. She said that'd be an ideal. It's like basically the two glamour girls of those eras. You could look but you can't touch, and it's Tiffy time.
No, just call it Mariah May. Just call it Mariah May. There's your glamour right there. Okay, just.
Unfortunately, she can wrestle better than Nikki Bella, but that's my opinion. But
wait, you say that she can't?
She can. She can
Oh,
wrestle
okay.
better than Nikki Bella. Bro, I saw the greatest match and one of the greatest matches in AEW history with her and fucking timeless Tony Storm. So, absolutely. That whole program between those two was amazing. I know she can go.
So the match was riddled with botches. Jade got her face split open. Nia Jax, she got, honestly, same type of scenario too.
Literally.
Although people are blaming Nia Jax, and I'm like, I don't think it's Nia Jax's fault, but hey, pop off, queen. Whatever.
No, people on social media are so quick to hate on something. Like they don't ever take in consideration that it could be the other party's fault. It could not be that person's fault. Like people were saying that the Irish whip was too close, so she didn't have a chance to react.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Literally comments were saying like she was so close. It's like you're not even fucking wrestlers. Like half of you are making these comments, you're not wrestlers. So you don't know what your reaction and her reaction time is. And most of the time, they normally cue each other in some way, shape, or form to let you know Irish whip's coming. I'm Irish whipping you into something. Like you know it. Like they normally also choreograph. And funny, I want to talk about this later on. The Matt Cardona, the video I sent you, where he did a episode or whatever. But a lot of times, wrestling fans just think that things aren't as talked through and planned or organized. And some things are, yes, on the fly. But 9 times out of 10, they either in some way, shape, or form connect it and say, yo, I'm throwing you to the, because like it just doesn't happen like that. And then talk about her reaction time. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous that people were getting on her about that. But
bro,
yes,
people just want to hate on Nia Jax. Like people just don't like Nia. People think that Nia is really out here, which in the beginning, at this point, I have no choice but to admit, yeah, she was fucking people up before.
Yep.
I think she's better now. But like everyone's like, oh wait, a botch happened. So and so, Nia Jax. It's obviously Nia Jax who did it. But like, and I'm curious to know who they're going to say was the reason why what happened with that Nia Jax not kicking out and the referee didn't count. Like that was so bad. That was
So
so bad.
so the word is that technically Tiff also botched as well, because like when she comes into the drop kick, she was way too late. Like apparently saying she's way too late. So to Jax's mind, I guess, whatever, whenever Tiff went for the pin, I guess she wasn't registering what was going on. And I don't think her eyes were even open, because most people are aware, like, if a wrestler's eyes open, they're looking for the referee's hand, right? That could have been miscommunication that Tiff was drop kicking, getting Jade out, and then she would go for the pin. But apparently, since Tyson Kidd was the one that produced it, uh he apparently fixed two things. He had fixed one, that people were thinking Jay was going to win. He was like, no, originally Tiffany was going to win. And then apparently there was a little bit of a miscommunication at that ending, where Tiff was supposed to do the drop kick, pull her in, do the prettiest moonsault ever, and then boom, bam. Um, but it didn't happen like that. And now, because of what happened with the count, they're thinking about going back to the ref rule of count three no matter what.
I didn't know that rule was gone, number one.
I didn't know either.
But I want to know, because it's like the only thing I could think of is that, like, with the way that it looks, I'm like, was Jade supposed to pull the referee's leg to stop the count? Because at this point, Jade's face is still completely, it's sliced the fuck open, kind of thing. But it's like she drop kicked her and she went rolling. And so, what did the ref think, that there was supposed to be more happening in the match and there was supposed to be a kick out right then? Or was it a situation where, because it's like Nia, she's lying there, and I'm guessing Nia had, but it is because I couldn't hear it clearly enough. Because I'll be honest, I really wasn't watching this match. let me let you know now. This match was on. Like, if this match was on, if the match is on right here, I'm playing the game right here. Okay. I can hear the match happening, but I'm playing the game. You know why? Because there was not any ounce of doubt in my body that Tiffy wasn't going to win this match. It was predictable. Therefore, I didn't worry about it. I was only going to pay attention to it for the shit that happens after the match, just in case if there was any kind of tomfoolery. Because I'm like, all right, Tiffany's going to win. Cool. Just feed me what's next type situation. That's where I was with that match. But in lieu of all that, all of these crazy mess ups and botches and freaking, what was it? So there was the messed up count. Tiffany caught her foot on the rope doing a suicide dive, and then old girl got her face cut open.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
That was the main one that I saw. I was like, God damn!
Like, the main one we all saw. Like, you could not miss that one. Was the fucking
it
count.
Was SmackDown was rough, and SmackDown,
and your brother went to that.
Hey, listen, more power to him. More power to him. Hopefully they didn't have to pay for those tickets, and if they did, that's damn shit. 3 matches, bro. 3.
Oh no! Don't forget the dark matches, and it's main event and all that other shit. You got your money's worth.
I'm not talking about for going there, and even then, that's not enough for me to touch the wall of the very back of the Kia Center for $107, where I have to watch the show from the Titantron because the people are too tiny for me to see them in the nosebleeds. So I might as well have just watched it from home, because I'm watching what's on the Titantron, and what you're watching on the Titantron is what you see on the TV, just minus the commentary. So I pay $170 to watch TV when I'm already at home paying $200 on my light bill to watch TV. Make it make
Mm-hmm.
sense. Make it make sense. God knows if you're watching it through cable. I'm using a VPN and Netflix to watch my SmackDown. So I just have to pay for my Netflix. But SmackDown was the lowest of the low of wrestling this week. Raw, if Raw was the pinnacle, SmackDown was the absolute bottom. And I'm not gonna lie, SmackDown almost ties with Collision for being at the absolute bottom.
Oh, you
AEW,
didn't like the Acclaim getting back together?
barely. No, no. Let me put it this way, bro. I fell asleep watching that match.
Damn.
And let me actually say that I fell asleep this morning watching that match.
Damn.
I didn't watch it last night. I woke up this morning, did some quick early morning stuff, and then while I was just kind of chilling in bed, just hanging out, I was like, oh, let me put this Collision on because I didn't watch it yet. I fell asleep on that match. I legitimately don't know who won because I fell asleep, and I didn't look it up because I don't care to. Okay, but like AEW, I feel AEW is so lost in the sauce right now. Their booking, their matches are great. Okay, we get it. Their
Mm-hmm.
booking just absolutely doesn't make any sense to me.
It doesn't. Can we talk about a man fucking coming out to the ring with a fucking blowtorch? Like, that shit's crazy, bro. Like, even I was like, all right, my nigga. Like, like I love deathmatch, I love this, but like y'all, you're bringing blowtorches, literal blowtorch.
And he wasn't promoting an Inferno match.
Nope, nothing. Just hey, I want to burn you alive. It's like, fam,
No, he came
what
out
is
there,
this?
with a blowtorch. Come out there with a blowtorch asking for an I Quit match.
By the way, we're talking about Darby Allin and John Moxley and the Death Riders.
Which is a horrible story in itself. Like
Yeah, it's the first time I would
Death
say Darby
Riders,
Allin is a really shitty story, honestly.
Death Riders should have died when Hangman Adam Page took the belt.
I will say that they are heels that no matter what you can enjoy to hate on. But
But you can, if you they're heels you can enjoy to hate on, sure. But at this point, why am I hating on them? Just because they just exist at this point?
I guess yeah, they're like
John Moxley
the
doesn't
ministry.
have any leverage over me anymore. All
Nope.
right. He has no leverage over anybody at all. Like, really look at this. John Moxley was the heavyweight champion originally, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had leverage over the company. You know, he was on this whole thing about saying like,
I'm trying to change shit.
it's this whole conspiracy theory. I want to change the company and da 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 da, all this other garbage, right? And then there was right near the end of his reign, there was a point where the EVPs, the people who have the absolute most leverage over the company, was starting to work with them. And was like the EVP was like, "Hey, yo, John, let's be friends. Let's work something out," type situation. Okay, so you kind of have like this almost corporation type situation happening, you know. But then the EVPs lose their EVP titleship, and now they're just normal people. And Moxley loses the belt. All that happens. So now, what do they have?
Nothing.
Why?
Oh, they have
Because
Pac. They have Pac.
as much as I love the bastard, what the fuck does that?
I'm just saying. Apparently, Pac is here now, and that is the way you keep him relevant. Because now you want. And by the way, I'm shit talking real quick. This is the way of keeping them relevant because Pac is back. We want to see Pac.
But we also had Danny Garcia.
Which no, and also Chris Statlander. I feel like I'm really crossed by it because I kind of could see her in there, but like obviously she didn't join them. You know, uh she's still going on her face run. But in all intents and purposes, she definitely looks like what's her name? The like when I say look wise, like appeal. Like she meshes well with Marina Shafir.
Ew, I don't see it.
Like as a tag team, I could see it.
Mm, all right, I guess. Like, sure, sure. Especially with the female AEW tag team titles showing up, so we definitely need to have more tag teams for the females. But speaking of Statlander, which brings me to another reasons why I say AEW is so lost in the plot. We have Statlander win, okay? Instead of having Statlander say anything, instead she has an open challenge match
Mm-hmm.
for the title she just won.
Mm-hmm.
An open because an open challenge.
She wants to be Sami Zayn.
So Hangman also wants to be Sami Zayn
Yes.
because he also had a open challenge for the biggest prize in the company. Open challenge.
Yes. You gotta remember counter booking. Oh, you doing that open challenge with your US title? Bro, we can do it better with the AEW. Oh, also we can do it with the women.
Bro, the women's division on AEW. Actually, I won't even single out. I'm just going to say AEW. They take 2 steps forward and then they jog back.
It's like they forgot their keys.
You know, it's like they forgot their keys and then they head back into the house and realize I don't have a car.
God. Ah! Damn.
I don't have a car. As a matter of fact, I have to take the bus. And because I just ran a mile back to my house to get the keys that don't exist to the car that I don't have, I'm going to miss the bus now.
Niggas
That's
got
AEW.
Alzheimer. Niggas got Alzheimer's.
If you look at the booking of AEW, that's kind of accurate. They book like they got CTE, bro. Like, it's bad, bro. Like, it is. And there are people who are there who just don't deserve it. Like,
Honestly, man, like
Bro Dito deserves everything. All right.
yeah,
They deserved it all. And yet here they are having to, after they had that gruesome tag team title match, they have to turn back around for no reason, no story, no booking, no lead into. They have nothing to do with each other. They have to face the Gates of Agony for the tag team titles.
Yup.
Why?
And they lost. And wait, if I don't recall,
And they lose.
I think
Gates of Agony beat the Hurt Business.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
In a triple threat match, just to go on the exact next show and lose.
Momentum.
That's not how you. What? Yeah, momentum is completely shot. That's not how you push nobody. Like,
Can you imagine going to work and being like, man, I was having a good day the other day, and then you basically getting told, oh yeah, so you got to do all this shit, and you got to stay overtime. Like, just it's really a great day at work, and then all of a sudden the next day is shit. That's what that kind of sounds like to me in that scenario. Is you got to win. It technically was a clean win to the
as
next
clean
day.
as it can be.
Yeah, it's clean as it can be, but the next day you
I
have
mean,
a
Grant, no
situation.
one pinned the Shelton Benjamin and Bobby Lashley, so they're
Yeah,
still pretty
because they supposed
strong.
to keep them strong, so they gotta get MVP to take the pin.
It's it's a whole lot of nothingness, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like, because they ain't going to Collision, and what do we get? We get Danny Garcia and the Death Riders versus Daddy Magic and the Conglomerate. All right, who cares?
Orange came back.
I mean, so I did like that. That was kind of cool. I like Orange
Yeah,
Cassidy.
yeah, love him,
Like,
man.
but like, as we continue, like, fucking,
I'm really, and I know I want to go ahead and wrap this up because I do want to go to the book bumper barrier, but I really want to say, man, the era of Orange when he was red hot and he was Continental Champion, I feel like, man, you should have gave him the big belt because he was giving out banger after banger every week, and I don't think the Continental title is the workhorse belt, honestly, unless
according to what we watched, all the belts are, or at least the two big belts are the workhorse belts. Seeing as how they're just having open challenge matches because fuck story,
yeah, but
not the homie, just story in general.
not the homie.
Damn.
I'm sorry. It took me a
I
second.
like,
That shit.
yeah, like not, you're like not the homie, not a fuck story. Like, damn, bro.
No, that's why that shit went over my head for a second. Like, what show? Oh, story. Got it. Got it. Got it. Overall, when it comes to AEW and what's going on with Dynamite and Collision, would you say those shows were better than Raw and SmackDown this week?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, in no way, shape, or form.
No way, shape, or form.
Got it. Okay. Well, then
There
how?
was nothing better.
Okay. Okay. Side note, because I just thought about this, because I was going to ask you about this too. So Adam Copeland, he's gone now. He says, "Hey, I want to be off TV for a while." The rumor that people are saying is that he's gonna beeline to WWE and do the retirement tour with Cena, and that's what people speculating. But in all reality, guys, he's under contract. Okay. Which, man, you know what? I know we at war. I know AEW and WWE is at war, but in situations like this, bro, can we not have a compromise of like, look, I know he's under contract, okay? Can we just borrow your nigga for a day? Because this is Cena, bro. You even respect him. Can we borrow this nigga for just one day? One day. We'll even give you a little bit of the proceeds, bro. Let me just borrow this nigga for a day. No?
Nah.
Come on, bro. What it's good for business. And you can borrow one of our niggas one time, bro. It's one time.
That's a hell no. See, that's the part where that's the part where you lose them. That's exactly where you lose. Everything is fine up until it turns around and be like, all right, cool. So we give you him, y'all da da da. So what's in it for me?
I give you wrong.
That's why it doesn't work. Like, oh, we'll give you somebody. Yeah, sure. We'll give you somebody. Hey, who do we got in the NXT? You guys can have
you can have
Stacks.
Bouncy Boy. No, have
you
Bouncy
can have
Boy.
Stacks. They ain't gonna give him that.
Yeah, give him Bouncy Boy so he can go against Knight.
WWE would never.
just for one night, had them two motherfuckers go at each other.
All right, yeah. Like that's gonna happen. Listen,
Hell no.
they're not gonna listen. Bouncy Boy ain't gonna go on there because him and goddamn Ricochet got beef from them tweets back in the day.
That
Yeah,
would be
that ain't happening.
crazy. Do
That's not
do a
that ain't
do an
happening.
Edge and Matt situation with that, my nigga. Um,
Fuck out of here. Fuck him.
other side note with that.
Fuck that.
Damn. Speaking of podcasts, have you heard what people are saying about Undertaker and his wife being on the pod instead of having his former co-host?
I haven't. What are people saying right now about that?
They're saying that Michelle is ruining the pod, and they feel like Michelle has Taker under her thumb because they literally did an episode where they just were reading off comments of like the things people are saying about Michelle McCool. Like, bro, she bony, bro. Bro, her neck, bro. Look at how linky her neck is, bro. And they're reading the comments and just laughing at them. And apparently ratings have dropped a little bit, or like fans are already like a little upset of like, okay, you took Mickey James off and you got your wife in. You took off your co-host and now you got your wife in. Bro, like what the fuck's going on? Like,
So, number one, it's not Undertaker. I'll tell you that right now. It's definitely not Undertaker. And honestly, I don't think it's really Michelle McCool. So I watched Maven because Maven and all of them were really good friends. Maven actually brought his co-host on, and his co-host he actually talked about how everything ended up going down, kind of. And so it's the problem. It's not Michelle McCool or Undertaker. It's TKO and WWE. They're the ones who are doing all of this. Like the guy was talking about how like he's pretty certain that if WWE wouldn't have called and said that they want to take over the podcast thing, he probably would have still been there. And the reason why the ratings are going down is because it's being washed out with WWE. It's not pure. It's not what it was originally. Because before, Undertaker was on there and he was freely being himself. He was Mark Calloway shooting the shit with one of his homies who he goes hunting with on a regular basis. They would get on that podcast and like for like the first like 15, sometimes 30 minutes, they're talking about football and guns and country shit. You know what I'm saying? Before they even get one lick into talking about wrestling. Like they'll be like, all right, now we done got all of our shit out the way. Let's talk about some actual some type situation. Like, so it's like Undertaker had people coming on there who were his best friends, and now he's just interviewing other talent who cares? Like Undertaker ain't been in the ring with this man before. Like he, it's just TKOing, bro. That's what it is. Now, to also the other thing that you were saying, of course, she has Undertaker underneath her fucking thumb. Michelle McCool runs that house. Undertaker's made that very clear. On his podcast, he's made it very clear the fact that it's like, yeah, no, I can't do nothing unless Michelle McCool says I can. You have to remember, Michelle McCool turned the Lord of Darkness into a God-fearing Christian man. Keep that in mind.
So it's funny that we're saying this now, and I just started scrolling social media. Hot take. I'm sorry, but it's a photo of Michelle McCool, and it says, "I am a Hall of Famer because I revolutionized women's wrestling, not because I'm married to the Undertaker." And then somebody posted, "Hot take. I'm sorry, but Michelle McCool never revolutionized women's wrestling. And there's a short list of women in the modern era who have. The criticism Michelle takes online for being Taker's wife, replacing his podcast host, replacing Mickey James on LFG.
Which that part's crazy.
Yeah, that part is crazy. I would say most of that is unfound and unnecessary. But this defense, however, is over the top. Michelle McCool is most well remembered for brutalizing and bullying Mickey James on her, her run in WWE, not at all for wrestling. Her finisher wasn't even her own. Probably could have been a rib on AJ Styles from back when he was considered lesser than WWE. Trish Stratus, Lita, Mickey James, Paige, the four horsewomen, and now Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. That's in the list. So what do you guys think? Am I crazy, or is this in my own opinion that Michelle McCool revolutionized women's wrestling?
Ah, that's another
It's a
conversation to
boiler
be
room
had.
hot take, man.
They're not wrong. As a matter of fact, I dare to say there were no lies told with
there
that
were there
statement.
were absolutely none. The only thing I remember Michelle McCool was "You're not enough for me." Lay cool. That's it.
Just another man. Hey.
Like, open up your eyes and see. Uh, uh. But even though Beautiful People is way better, but that is
100%.
besides the point.
No lies
Besides the point.
told.
No
No
lies
lies
told.
told.
No lies detected.
Fucking when it comes to that statement, I agree. We're definitely painting Michelle McCool to be at a much. Michelle McCool was not a bad wrestler. She was great as far as I was concerned. Her and the whole Lay Cool situation, that storyline, flawless, pun intended. But like that whole thing was good and it was great. And she was good in the ring, but
Mhm.
she did not revolutionize anything as far as
Mhm.
that would go. Like she was an important cog in the big wheel of it all, but
Mhm.
like she wasn't like that boosted.
Mhm.
Kind of like how they try to make the Bella twins or even more so specifically, they keep on trying to make Nikki Bella see like she was this big reason why women's wrestling changed and all this other stuff. And the answer is no.
No way, shape, or
She
form.
wasn't.
She was
It was
dog water.
she was not the revolutionary person who changed everything. And I will be honest, for a while I was missing the plot for some reason. And with her recent return, it was made clear to me. AJ Lee is the one that you'd want to paint as that person.
Yes. Because she was the
AJ
person that
Lee,
stood out with that. Sorry, go ahead.
well, yeah, no, because like going in, like when you look at that timeline, AJ Lee was the first diva to defy what it meant to be a diva.
Exactly.
Because like sure, Michelle McCool, she was an important cog in the wheel, just like Melina. She's another important piece to that puzzle. Trish Stratus and Lita, they are important pieces to that puzzle that eventually led to the women's revolution. But the women's revolution really did not come down to it until AJ Lee broke the mold, and then there became that divide between the divas and then the female wrestlers. And when we started finally getting our female wrestlers, your Beth Phoenixes, your Naomi's, your what was that girl's name? Goddamn. Well, I said Beth Phoenix, Naomi, Natalia, AJ Lee, Paige. Like that's when female wrestling started being female wrestling. That's when it really started coming together. And then after all those people came, then that's when we got our next nice little shipment of people being our four horsewomen. And there was another chick that I'm skipping out on right now. Your Carmella, although
Mhm.
I mean she was part of that
Carmella
general
definitely
upbringing of new people.
revolutionized it way
But
more than Nikki Bella would have did. Or
but it's one of those things where
I
it
don't
was
even
like,
like her.
like
I don't even like Carmella like that. I ain't gonna cap.
Now I can understand why Nikki Bella wants to put herself in there, and that's just because of the fact that she was hot when all of that was also happening. But it was one of those things where like she was there, but like she's not the one that we're supposed to be looking at as the one that made that change. Because as they also like to point out, when she kind of puts it out as well, she is part of that Divas era kind of thing. She is like the last remaining bits of that Divas era kind of thing. And of the many divas that came from that era and who are still wrestling, she came from that Divas era and she at least kind of sort of learned how to be a female wrestler along the way type
Mm-hmm.
thing. Granted, I think the other sister is the better wrestler.
Bree?
My small, yeah, it's my small opinion. I think Bree's
Uh,
better.
well, this would be
Maybe not
crazy
by
to say
much.
she did have the better wrestler partner.
Wow. Wow. We be damn taking cheap shots, bro.
Hey, look, man. Uh,
But yeah,
I
honestly, I
will.
feel as if we should. I almost want to like take another look at that time frame to like really figure out. Because now I want to be like, why does she feel like she's that so revolutionary of the when really that goes to AJ Lee, Naomi, Natalia,
Well, how about we
Paige?
start do this then? Like, I don't know what day of the week we can. Let's start making up a day, so we can do some like Patreon exclusive stuff or YouTube exclusive stuff, where we can watch it and see, some of her matches. As a matter of fact, look up her best ranked matches and see what are the people seeing, because I don't see shit. And I remember I watched that era and I don't remember seeing any of that shit. But I will say side notes, I wanted to get this out before I forgot about it. I have disliked Natalia for years. I have not liked the presentation she always had. And then there was a time they made her the joke gimmick and the farting stuff. And I'm like, man, Natalia, like, how about this? I respect Natalia because she is a wrestler's wrestler, right? But it's just the things that they booked her and treated her with. It's like, bro, I hate how they're presenting her. I know she could be so much better, but I love this low key legend run. I've been watching some of her stuff behind the scenes, and I'm loving this low key legend run that I wish, like, man, if this was on, I feel like this could be used in modern WWE. Put this on SmackDown. You know what I'm saying? Give her opponents like Julia and stuff like that to elevate them, because she is a legend, right? You need those wins. Why the fuck is she in GCW, bro? Like, what are you doing? So I just want to put that out. Really, that's my hot
she's
take.
tr- she's trying to get some work because
Man,
her home company ain't doing nothing for her.
that's what I'm
Just
saying.
like
And it's
how there's
stupid.
so many people on AEW who are not on TV and they're just pitter pattering running around the indie scene because they can't do nothing. Listen, Dan Helsing is apparently, last I've heard, still employed at AEW. Do you know where he's at? One of the last things I saw of him personally was he was here in Florida, in Orlando, fighting my homie's tag team partner Bobby Chrono in an indie match. That's what Dan Helsing's doing.
Mm,
That's what he's doing.
mm.
So it's like, but he's not on TV. That's what Natalia's doing. She is trying to get something going for herself because no one's going to do it for her. Because SmackDown and Raw are stuck doing absolute stale TV and refuses to put any new faces into the mix to mix anything up. And, you know, it is what it is. And I guess that's all it's going to be. But hey, at
Um,
least No Mercy was pretty good.
yeah, yeah, no, that's fact. That's fact. So guys, first time we're putting this on the episode. we're wrapping things up with a book bump or put that Undertaker in there. So buried alive. Why not? And I'm gonna throw 3 wrestlers. I'm gonna randomize it. It doesn't have to be particularly in the roster. If it happens, if they're all 3 in the same roster, cool. If they're all just random across different promotions, that's where it's at. But unfortunately, this one has everybody from the same roster, and I kind of know where this is gonna go, but I'm just curious.
Now, before you say it, just so I can make sure this is just period.
Period.
Okay.
Period. And I feel like this is unfair because I kind of know what you already like. So, Will Ospreay, Samoa Joe, Okada.
Okada. The one I've got.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that was tough for you, but like I already know 2 of them because you already are fans of them. And Okada's he's kind of new to you, and you only have seen certain bits of him,
So I am going to bump Samoa Joe.
Okay.
Because right now where he is at, he is so much better than that. I'm going to
babe, you're bumping him to the mid card. Is what you're saying. Remember, you're booking him to the moon, you're making him the heavyweight champion. Bump is you're keeping them in mid card, and then Barry is they're taking the pin.
Yeah, because I feel as if Samoa Joe is like, at least in the mid card, he could have a decent story right now. Right now, he's like Samoa Joe. He's not in mid card. He's like treading on main event jobber line right now. And I'm like, and I don't like that for my Samoa Joe. But
okay.
But honestly, with the people that you gave, like I think I might flip it because I would rather to be honest with you. So I'm actually going to book Samoa Joe. We can bump Will Ospreay. As much as I love Ospreay, but like Samoa Joe just tells better stories in my opinion, and we can bury Okada. I don't need him.
Okay.
I don't need him.
Okay.
I don't need him.
Surprisingly, this one is tough for me because I know and have watched all 3 and all different platforms, right? It would be, to me, it's criminal to say Barry Okada. That is literally criminal.
What if I told you that Okada's already burying himself?
You're right. But I'm just saying, the idea of burying Okada as a wrestler, to me, is criminal.
I agree. AEW does foul shit.
Yes, it's fucking criminal. But when it comes to that, also burying Will Ospreay is fucking criminal. Burying Joe is fucking criminal. So I'm really in a predicament where, for me, this is like, bro, you are literally putting a gun up to my head and saying, rap a Nick Cannon verse or you die. Like, I don't know if you've seen that meme or whatever. It's like rap a verse or name 5 songs. It's literally the equivalent of that. Like, choose you die. And you're like, man, bro. So, but keep it a buck. I am always booking Joe because Joe just has that badass aura that you just want him as your champion. You want that. Like, he's credible enough to be like, yes, that is my champion. Will Ospreay is also very credible to be like, yes, that is my champion. Okada, New Japan, Yes, that is my champion. So this is why I put in a predicament of Joe, Will, Okada. So I have to say, my friend, firm handshake on your decision.
And and the thing is,
It's gonna let me hang. That's
if you
crazy.
well, my fault, because
that
my
was what you
thing
said.
is, well, see, the problem is, well, or my whole thing is right now is the fact that if you would have said, if you would have said different, then you would have just been booking like AEW is, because
Literally.
AEW is bumped Samoa Joe to the mid card. AEW is, they think they're booking Okada, but they're burying him.
Yes.
And they're actually definitely booking
Will
Will
Ospreay.
Ospreay.
Yes.
That's just currently what they're doing.
Ospreay.
That's just what AEW does right now. And it's crazy to say that because out of the two, Ospreay's hurt. He's out and he's hurt. And the other one actually has a heavyweight title of sorts. But no one really cares about that title because it's kind of a joke and it's AEW's a mess, man. Like AEW is such a mess where I like sometimes I'm like, do I really feel like watching it? Maybe I'll just stream. I always end up watching it, but like,
So I'm about to hit you with another one because I feel like that one was way too easy. And this is going to be Brother Edition. And this is going to be from every promotion. Swerve. Uber Finn. Trick Williams. And the reason why I say Trick Williams from TNA, the current champion. Even though he's in NXT, he's their current champion. So, you have Uber, you have Swerve, and you got Trick. Book Bumper Barry.
booking Swerve, Barry and Obafemi, and we're bumping Trick.
What? You were so quick with that.
Bro. Easy.
So,
easy.
One more time. You're burying the rule.
Barry Oba.
Yes, you're burying the rule.
Because let me put it this way, they already did. Yeah. They already did. Bury the ruler. Barry Oba.
Okay, nah, I need a hard one for you,
Trick.
bro. Pause. Nah, man. That was too easy for you, bro. That was too easy. Nah. That was way too easy for you, bro. All right. So for the audience, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Swerve is getting booked. I would say because I want to see where he can go because I already know what Trick can do. Damn. Like, I want to book Trick.
Bro, just shake my hand. Shake my hand and call it a day. Just shake my hand. Just shake my hand. Shake my hand and call it a day.
Oh.
Shake my hand and call it a day.
I can't
wrap up this podcast.
No.
Wrap up this. Maybe next time you can do. Maybe next week. Give us some more time. You know, maybe you can get a good one to try and stump me. But
final thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Me and Swag think very similar as wrestling fans, if not all the time, but sometimes. But I want to say this week of wrestling was Shaq emoji again. But we will try again. My goal and mission is to put Swag into a predicament where he really has to like pull the trigger, bro. You got to choose. And you just like, man, that's tough. I mean, you just like, Nah, man, go ahead, pull that trigger. I'm cool with this answer. I want him to fight. I want him to fight for this one. So my goal is every week is to see how this man will fight. How would he fight and how would he choose? So each week come back to see if I can break swag. If I can make him break character.
Oh God, that's
If I can make
hilarious.
him break character, that is the goal. All right. So last thing I want to say, guys, as you always know, the ring is sacred. Questions are real. The destruction is guaranteed. Be sure to hit the like button, tombstone the subscribe button. We'll be here every week with a new episode because it's the Masaku.
It's your boy, Swag Switcher. I think my son is on my door. Do you need to come in here, sir? All right. It's your boy Swag Switcher, who's apparently also a father.
And we are out. Till next time. Go do your daddy duties, bro. We'll see you guys.